What's good, guys? New York Hobbyist back again with another video. I know, again, I'm late. As you can tell by my voice, I am pretty sick. I did lose my voice yesterday because of a basketball game, but I've been sick for like the past 2 weeks. And today we have my very first brushless car, and it's 1/18 scale. And not a lot of people heard of it. I haven't seen a lot of YouTube reviews on it, so I'm gonna make a review, even though with my sick voice and everything else. So obviously you see here is obviously if you hear my title is the IMEX Dart brushless version ST, which stands for Stadium Truck. But I'm not gonna get to the car now. I'm gonna get to the car after the remote. So let's go to the remote, which is pretty interesting. That came with this car. Standard is a FlySky GT2. So you see the FlySky here has how tall it is this is weird to say, but I'm just gonna let it out. So from the base to the top is about 315 millimeters. So top's right here when the antenna's up, and how wide it is from the end point to the other end point is about 159 millimeters. Just to let you know. Anyways. On the back, we're gonna go from exterior to interior, which is in this little hatch. On the back, there is this, let me just put the light at it. There is this right here, which is a DSC, which I don't really know what that stands for, but there's a specific plug called the FS, which means FlySky, SM100, which is a plug that connects to your computer, and through a download that you can get off of flysky.com, you can actually play a virtual RC game with this controller through that little plug right there. And here's a charging port, which I don't really know how you're going to charge AA batteries, but there's a charging port. I think that's for like the real thing, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So getting into here, we have all the buttons. It's not really easy to see. There we go. I'll try to give it a little bit better. We have all the buttons. We have throttle trim, steering trim, steering dual rates, and pretty much steering reverse and neutral, and throttle reverse and neutral, and obviously on and off. And there's also a bind button right in the middle. That little bind button, the little indoor thing. Only problem I have with this thing is that if I take the light away and I turn it on, it is super bright. Super bright. I don't want to blind you guys. The green is super bright, and I really hate that because when I'm outside, even during the daytime, it's a problem. When I'm outside and I'm trying to go for a steering trim, that thing just blinds me, and I can't do it, so I have to turn it off, and then, I have to turn it off and put it back on. But the remote's great, my first FlySky, and it came standard with this Brushless ST, which you can get off Amazon. I got it gifted for Christmas a long time ago. Well, no, just recently, actually. They didn't know what to get me, and they got me this, so kind of happy for it because it's my first brushless. And so far, so good. It's a nice stadium truck, kind of acts like a what was it? What's the car? My bad. I'm sorry. The Traxxas Rustler. It handles great. It's all good because the Traxxas Rustler really does handle great. Anyhow, it's a really good car. It's a very good car. I'm not really fond of the remote control. I really don't like this FlySky. I know there's another FlySky that has an LCD screen and all the other FlySkys. I really don't like that one. That one just feels a little bit too stiff for my hands. It's just not for me. That's pretty much it. And also I forgot to say it's 3-channel plus obviously the bind little slot and another a differential power if you have a nitro. So now onto the Dart. So obviously you see this little stadium truck, and pretty much there's multiple there's a stadium truck. There's a buggy type looking one. There's another buggy like dune buggy type. The other one was a normal buggy that you commonly see, and there's also a truck one. And I got gifted the stadium truck, which actually, in opinion, looks way better. Apparently he showed me that he got it off of Amazon, so this time not eBay, because everyone knows I'm an eBay lover. Just put off the body to the side. So here we go. Here it is itself. Sorry, my place is starting a movie. So here's the body itself. So 4,200 kV brushless motor, kind of a lot. And with the 11.1 volt battery, which is right here, 1,300 milliamps, 25C, it should equal that. This motor should be going 31,080 RPMs. So 31,000 RPMs for this little thing, but it also depends on the ESC, which this ESC is a 25 amp ESC. I do not believe that because with this upgraded battery that the person also gave me, it has a 35C discharge. And if we do that, the 7.4 volt times 35C, we should equal out to 52.7 amps. Because what you have to do is, you have to take that percentage. You have to make 1,500 milliamps in the percentage, and that turns out to 1.5. And then 1.5 times 35 is how many amps it goes in. And if it goes into 52.7 amps and this thing still runs great, this is definitely not a 25 amp ESC. So yeah, it's a higher ESC, not very much in the 60 range, but a little bit higher. A little bit lower than 60 amps, but it can handle this battery quite well. And yeah, both I still haven't run the whole battery through. It's kind of hard. This weather in New York City has been lately terrible, and I'm New York Hobbyist, so yeah, New York City's weather has been lately terrible. We just put that to the side. It's been absolutely terrible. And also another thing, how do I get the RPM rating? If it was just the battery and the brushless motor combined, which that would not be good. So how do I get the RPM rating? Pretty much the RPM, kV stands for RPMs per volt. Yes, I know there's a K there. It's just what it is. kV stands for RPMs per volt. I meant volts per RPM. Yeah, RPM per volt. My bad. RPM per volt. So if we do 7.4 times 2,400, which is the standard RPM on 1 volt, we would equal out to 31,080 volts. But also another play has to do with the ESC. So if you don't have a high ESC, it won't really reach that. If it was a 3S capable ESC, which they have them on eBay, which I might order, this would be having 50,000 RPMs, which is kind of stupid fast for a little car like this. All-wheel drive, so better traction. Nice knobby tires, so better traction on the dirt. But it would be kind of stupid fast. It would be stupid fast if I put a 3S into this. Obviously, the flat sky receiver here, and it also has an 18 kilogram servo. Yeah, 18 gram servo. Only problem I have with it, well, so far there's two problems I had with it, is three problems I had with it. The front suspension kind of sucks. It's just like my Desert Wolf, a little bit better than my Desert Wolf. But I know W Toys has spacers, so if I order those spacers, we should be all good. There was a lot of crackling sound in the back differential, but I solved that because now there's only crackling sound inside the drive shaft, which is supposed to be like that. And that crackling sound is from the differential was very loose inside the little housing, so I had to tighten everything up. And because of that, now it doesn't make that crackling sound as it's driving. It makes a crackling sound now because that's the spur gear and the pinion hitting each other. Don't worry about that. If it sounds weird, don't worry. It still works. As long as it doesn't hinder performance, you're good. And my third, and the one I hate the most, absolutely hate, doesn't hinder performance, doesn't do nothing. It's just durability-wise, it has plastic dog bones. Very much I hate plastic dog bones. My W Toys goes with metal. And yeah, I really hate plastic dog bones. I really do despise them. Plastic dog bones suck. I don't know why would you ever need them. Plastic dog bones suck. Pretty much this whole car is made out of 1.5 millimeter hexes. This is a little hex driver that goes from 1.5 to 4 millimeter that I bought off Amazon for like $4. I also linked that down in the description. It's pretty much this whole car is pretty much made of 1.5 millimeter hexes. So if you don't have that and you need to fix this thing, you better go get it. It pretty much, I don't know what size the hex millimeter is, because the instruction manual is actually kind of terrible, which is the one on the left over there too. My bad, move the camera. Over there on the left, that's the instruction manual. And it kind of does suck. And actually, if you're going to get a better battery, you have to get the size of the fluorine. If I can find this fluorine online, on eBay, then you can look at the size, and it has to be the size, because this pretty much, it's the only battery that really fits. I meant width-wise. Length-wise is a little bit longer. You can see that you can go a little bit longer. That, like, I don't know how to measure it, but like that much longer. You can't put it that much. I know that didn't help you, but it has to be width-wise, no more. It cannot fit inside this little housing. Length-wise, just a little. There's a little bit more space, so you could add a longer battery, which means more milliamps, which means more runtime. And this one's already a little upgrade, 200 more milliamps, so I will have more runtime with this. So far so good with the car. I have done wheelies on carpet. It could do wheelies on carpet, on normal gravel or nothing. No, it handles crashes really good for all the plastic that it has, which is mostly made out of plastic. It has full metal differentials, just to let you know, front and rear, full metal differentials. That is an amazing feature. Metal drivetrain, metal spur, which should come standard with any, except for my Double Toys, which is plastic. Metal pinion, yeah. So pretty much the whole drive line that makes everything drive is all metal. Differential, drivetrain, pinion, spur gear, except for the dog bones. Those dog bones are not. Metal, which makes no freaking sense to me because those are metal dog bones are cheap. He said that he got this around $80, which I kind of like the price because it is brushless. It does come with whatever you need. And come on, man, it comes with a FlySky. FlySky is one of the best remote control brands out there, even though how cheap it is. That's what makes it even better that FlySky is one of the best remote because of how cheap it is. I haven't done a speed test on these. You know, every time I come with a review, I have a speed test. But I could do a speed test later on one of my other update videos, which will probably be, I'm not sure when I'm going to do another update video or an upgrade video because, believe it or not, well, not believe it or not, I think you guys already know what's going to happen. The motor on my Mad Gear has blown up. If you haven't seen my Mad Gear video, go check it out. Well, not blown up, it was smoking because I put 3S power into it. 3S makes it go about 30 miles per hour. And yeah, one thing I gotta let you know is that this Dean's plug right here, I am a Dean's guy. I like Dean's plugs. Those are my plugs. People have their plug preferences. I have Dean's plug. I like Dean's plug because you can find the cheap batteries out there with Dean's plug. It's really tight, so if you try to pull off a battery, be careful because I already pulled off the heat shrink off this cord, and I kind of want to put that back. I just can't. But yeah, I already pulled off the heat shrink, so be careful. It's really tight. Make sure you hold it in a good grip and pull it off real fast. It's really easy to disassemble. Nothing really here is hard to disassemble. It's not really that far away from a W Toys, but W Toys is obviously a way different company. So, but it's not hard to disassemble. It is a very easy car to disassemble. I cannot lie, it is. Yeah, so far it's pretty good. You know, never really had some ESC problems. Servo works perfect. You don't have to, I don't think you have to change that. And yeah, pretty much it's a really good car. Let me just check my it also has steering adjustments, which is right there, those steering adjustments. They have 3 different steering adjustments. I have mine on the second one for that faster turning. And with this battery, you can tell that it is faster with this battery because the C rating is when you go on with this battery, the steering rate kind of is slow even with the full dual rates. But with this one, it's a lot faster. So, yeah. And what do I think about this car so far? I think it's a great beginner brushless car. It can handle crashes, can go on dirt quite well, doesn't really spin out as easy unless it's like all wet outside. And it comes with that FlySky remote, which a lot of people love FlySky. It also comes with a nice battery to run a little bit, and the body helps it protect it. Even though I already have fractured it, even though I already have broken it, you can't really see because I kind of did a tape job. But I have broken it already, right there. But yeah, it's a really good car for the really good price. $80 is not that bad for this brushless. And most brushes are like $100, so even though there's one 18th scale, which I would like a bigger one, but beggars ain't choosers, right? So yeah, that's my review on the I'm sorry my words. On the IMEX RC Dart brushless version, RT or ST or VXR ST, which stands for Stadium Truck. So if you want the same exact one, I'll link it in the description. There's also multiple ones on Amazon, like the truck, the dune buggy, and the buggy. So whatever ones you want, go check it out. I'll leave it in the description down below. Peace, bro. Money's tight right now, so I won't be coming out with a new review in a little bit. But just check out my channel with the old ones. I'll go check out my Mad Gear 1 and my update one. But yeah, bro, peace.